Hello, hi, thank you for joining me again. It's Claire here in Port Talbot, South Wales. I'm going to be doing another Pilates video for you. It's going to be a bit harder than the previous one that I did, and also I want to make sure that you've seen the introduction to Pilates, which is on there, which talks about the core contraction. Everyone must make sure that they are clear to exercise and that they've checked with a GP. You may have joint problems, please listen to your body. I myself have got a collapsed disc and a hip injury, but Pilates is my rehabilitation and makes me be able to do everything else in my life. So here goes, alright? You might see my dog from time to time. His name, here he is, Oliver Jones, he's here and he's lovely. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go into posture again. Shoulder blades drawn down the back, middle finger down the side of the trouser, tailbone drawn down to the floor. Feet, knees, hips, ground in the feet so you feel nice and still, safe and grounded on the floor. Breathe in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the mouth, draw the belly button in towards the spine, draw up through the pelvic floor and tighten through the sides. Okay, so here we are in posture and engaged. So I'll be saying engaged, and when I say engaged, this is what I mean, okay? So let's just start with a little warm up. Working the shoulders up and around, lovely. Breathe in, nice breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to make like a figure of 8 motion with the hands. You're following the hands around, lovely. I'll feel in the back just mobilizing slightly through the lower back, okay? My back is a little bit stiff today, so you may notice that in my teaching, okay? Lovely. Keeping the arms and then lengthening the arms out, feet, knees and hips into a spine twist. So your head is center chest, your hips are forwards, and you're just nice, relaxed breathing here now. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And one more time, and then back to center. Bring the arms up and then sweep the fingertips on the floor. So I'll go on to a side view for you. Okay, you're bringing your bottom down and you're really reaching up towards the ceiling. Lovely. And again, breathe in and breathe out. You're going to do one more. And then you're going to bring yourself back into posture. Okay, nice lengthen through the crown of the head. Engage the core muscles. And then just take the leg out to the side and then back in. Now imagine you've got a glass of water on the head and you don't want the water to topple off. Okay, I think mine is already gone on the floor. Okay, so you're just getting the hip joints working just a little bit here now. And we're going to start to take the leg up to the side, okay? And again, lengthen the legs up to the sides. And then one more, and then we're back into that squat, lengthening the arms and sweeping the fingertips. Lengthening up, lovely. Okay, just one more of these, just to get you joints a little bit looser. Just work the shoulders around again. And you're going to take the left leg, take the leg forwards, and you're going to fold over and stretch with the hamstring. Hold it there, tailbone aiming up to the ceiling. And so to the other side, okay? Keeping that head lengthened, tailbone aiming towards the ceiling. And then easing back up again. Breathe in and breathe out. So we're going to do a little bit of balance here, okay? So you're going to take your feet in line, again with the knees and the hips. Engage your belly, draw the tailbone down. Take one leg out to the side and lengthen the arms out. So your left leg is out. We're going to just tip over. And if you feel quite confident, you may want to take the leg out to the side. Now, strong through the supporting leg, lengthen through the arms, and then we're going to do the same to the other side. Okay? So if you just want to keep the toe down, then that's fine. But otherwise, we're going to just take ourselves into this nice balanced position with the shoulders. Engage again. Take the left leg, extend the arm, and we're back into this balanced position. Hold it a little bit longer this time. Okay? Keep the arms extended. Really lengthen through the fingertips. And back to center. Okay guys, we're going to do some more balance. Engage to the belly, draw the pelvic floor, lengthen the arms. You're going to take the left leg and just bring the knee up and then bring the knee. Now if this is too much, just stay with the toe on the floor. But if you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit, now you're really strong through this supporting leg, guys. Okay, Pilates, one of the principles is balance. Okay, and you have to learn it. Okay, I've got an injury and one side isn't so good with me. Now bring the knees and the ankles together. Okay, hands on the fronts of the thighs. Engage your belly. Take your back parallel to the floor and just slightly push the hands in towards the thigh. Now you're drawing the belly in and you feel a nice opening here through the lower back. Slide the fingertips down towards the feet. Breathe in, engage as you roll up one vertebrae at a time. Coming into a nice upright position. Engage the belly muscles, draw the shoulder blades back, and here we go again onto the right side. So, I told you one side wasn't as good with me, well this is the one. Okay, bringing the knee up and back down. Now you're at home so no one's watching you. If you wobble, you may want to take hold of the wall or a chair, okay? But this strong leg work is really important. Knees and ankles together again, okay? Now bend the knees generously, bring the chest into contact with the thighs and bring the hands just behind the heels. Lovely. And then rolling back up again, one vertebrae at a time. Breathe in, engage, tailbone, taking the leg out to the side and bringing the leg back in again. Exhale out, inhale back. Exhale out, inhale back. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. And again, just one more on each side here. Relax your core muscles. This mat isn't doing so well on my carpet. Okay, breathe in, engage, taking the left leg and then bringing the knee up. Now, at this point you may be able to hold on to the knee. So you're really strong through that supporting leg. Your core muscles are pulled in tight, shoulder blades are drawn down the back, and you're really easing that leg in. Now to the right side, so we're just going to bring the knee up and back down again. Lovely. Okay, remember your balance may not be as good one side to the other. Holding it there, and again you may be able to hold on to that knee, strong through that supporting leg, and then bringing the knees and the ankles together. One more time, draw the belly in and taking yourself into a lovely pod shape here, which is a good stretch for the lower back, and rolling back up again. Now we're going to go into a little sequence. Feet, knees, hips, shoulders, tailbone under, core engaged, into a squat. Okay, here we go. Now you're bringing your bottom back and down. You're pushing up through the heels. You're drawing the belly in. You're drawing the tailbone under. Okay, lovely. Keep it going. And then holding it here, we're going to come up onto the toes. Bringing the arms up overhead. And then just coming down nice and slowly. Here we go again with that squat. Okay, lovely. Strong work here for the glutes. Really good for me and my back problem. Okay, strengthening the bottom muscles to support the back. And again, exhale out, inhale back, hold it here. We're going to go up onto the toes, lengthen nice and high as if you're being pulled to the ceiling, and then come down really slowly, bringing the arms back to your sides. One more time with this. And then bringing ourselves up onto the toes. Last time, really lengthen here. Bringing the arms around, take the left arm up, ease the body over. Really anchoring through both feet, feeling the side, your finger coming down towards the knee joint. And then to the other side, guys, lovely. Nice stretch here for my side. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to go into a little bit of stronger work now, and I'm going to show you a few levels. Okay, so you have your mat in front of you, and you're facing the length of the mat. Okay, now I've already tried to stretch your hamstrings a little bit. Excuse me. Breathe in, draw the belly in, shoulder blades back down. We're going to come into a forward fold. Okay, so really easy rolling down, slight bend on the knees now, okay. Tailbone aiming up to the ceiling, breathe in here, and then rolling up like a ragdoll until you come up into an upright position. And we're going to do two more of those. Head, upper back, mid back, fingertips to the floor. Engage your belly muscles, supporting your spine as you're rolling up. And now we're going to come down one more time. Head, upper back, mid back, fingertips on the floor. Hold it here, slight bend on the knees, aiming the tailbone to the ceiling, okay? And now we're going to walk forwards on the mat, and we're going to come into what we call a full plank. Now, when you're in a full plank, okay, your bottom is down, aligned to the head. So from the crown of the head to the heel is like one ski ride, okay? So you're drawing the navel in, you're drawing the muscles in at the front of the leg, you're pushing weight through your heels, your shoulders are strong, and you're drawing everything on the front body into the back body. Now, if this is too tricky for you, you may want to just stay in a box position, okay? We're holding it in our plank for a moment longer, okay? Drawing everything in, heels pushing backwards, and then drop to one knee, drop to the other knee, and then we're going to go into child's pose, where your arms are extended and you're bringing your bottom onto your heels. Lovely. And then you're going to come into your box position. So we did this in the previous videos, okay? Hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Engage through the belly muscles, through the pelvic floor, and then draw the head and the tailbone under, and then into flat back. So this is what we call camel. And again, just nice stretch here for the lower back, drawing the tailbone and the head in towards each other. And then, guys, you're going to take the hands out wider than the mat. Again, you're drawing the navel in, and we're taking the nose forwards of the fingers. We're going to do a nice slow tempo with this, okay? So it becomes much harder actually. So it's 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. So stay with that tempo, nice and slow. Remembering you're drawing the navel into your back. And we're going to do one more. And from here, we're going to bring the hands back under the shoulders. Take the knees back a few inches and take your shoulders over your hands, because we're going to come down onto the floor now. Nose is down, arms either side of the ears. Draw the navel in, push the pelvic bone down into the mat and bring yourself into a back extension. Now your arms are not doing this piece of work. This is all about the back, okay? Nose is looking downwards. Lovely. Really feeling that work being done through the lower back here. Alright, so this is again a really good back strengthening exercise. Push the pelvic bone down, keep the feet on the floor. And then guys, you're going to bring your hands under your shoulders again. Push yourself into child's pose for a moment, just to release any tension that you may feel through that lower back. Then bring yourself back into your box position. Breathe into the belly, take the left leg, okay, and take it into a straight line, flex the foot. Now you're strong through your shoulders and you're balancing the hips so they're parallel to the floor. Bring the knee in and then take the leg up a little bit higher than the hips and then back in again. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Keep going with this. Nice strong arms, shoulder girdles are engaged, belly is pulled in. Really feeling the bottom work here. This is one of my physiotherapy exercises when I had my rehabilitation for my back and my hip. Now keep the leg up there, bend the leg, foot is flexed, and make a little pulsing action here. Okay, so you're really feeling this through the bottom. Okay, and then relax, take your knees mat width, take your big toes together, sink your bottom onto your heels and then pad the hands forwards, bringing the head, if you can, down between the arms. You may want to sway the torso side to side, so you've got like a release there for the lower back. That feels really good for me. And then settle yourself with your coccyx right up against your heels if you can. Lovely. Taking yourself into box. Okay guys, toes are curled under now, and you're going to walk your hands in towards your legs, and from here we're going to lengthen, slight bend on the knee again, palms are down, head is looking through the feet. Engage your belly muscles and roll up, nice and easy, like a rag doll. Okay. Take the left leg forwards. Let's stretch through the hamstring again. Now this time I want you to really think about bringing the tailbone up towards the ceiling and then bringing the leg up, head I should say, and to the other side. So all the time we're engaging through those belly muscles. Lovely. And taking your head back up again. Okay guys, so we're going to go back to that routine that we just did, but it's going to be slightly harder. You can take it back to what we just did. Engage, tailbone under, shoulders back and down. Here we go. So from here, you're going to walk the hands forwards into plank, hands under shoulders, weight through the heels, core muscles drawn in, glutes contracted. So from here guys, if you're brave, you may want to take one leg to the side and back in, the other leg to the side and back in, and I'm staying with this level, but I'm showing you the harder levels. If you want to make it easier, come into a 3/4 plank. Okay, now keep that toe tap going if you've chosen to go with that. Okay. And all the time you're thinking about that alignment and belly, strength through the shoulders. Okay, coming down onto the knees, stretch it off, take your hands by the side of your ankles for a moment. Lovely. Just give yourselves a moment. And now we're into our box position. Taking the hands a little bit wider. Now, we did the level 1 last time. If you'd like to make this harder, if you take the knees further back, and in fact, if you want to go into a full press up, that's fine. Breathe in, draw the belly in, and bring the nose to the floor in front of the fingers. Remember that slow tempo. Okay, it's not fast here now. This is much harder when you slow something down. Okay, I'm going to take my knees in a little bit. I don't want to push it. I broke my wrist last year as well, so I've got a little bit of weakness on the left wrist. I do sound like a bit of a wreck, but I keep myself fit and active because that's what I do. And one more. Okay, now I'm going to turn so that you can see me here. Knees are mapped with big toes are together. Pad the hands forwards. Bring the forearms to the floor. Walk the hands around to the left side. The right hand is over the left hand. And your chest here is in contact with the left thigh. So you've got a lovely deep stretch through the right armpit. Okay, so if you can bring your forearms to the floor and send your breath into that area to just further stretch. And then walking your hands around to the opposite side, and then the left hand is over the right. Chest is in contact with the thigh. Lovely stretch this. And then walking the hands back to center. Really settle yourself. Okay, this is a lovely stretch, especially if you've got any back problems. And then take yourself back into your box position. Engage the belly muscles, strong through the shoulders. Left leg comes up and back in. Okay, so we're going to add another element here. Okay, you're going to bring the nose into the knee and then lengthen again. High with that leg and nose into the knee. Lovely. Nice and slow and controlled. Nice relaxed breathing. Remember now we're doing some glute strengthening here. There's still a lot of core and arm strength as well. Head into the knee. Extend now. Hold that leg up. Flex the foot, bend the knee and make that little pulse so we're working into the glutes again. And then bringing that leg back, we're going straight to the opposite side. Okay, lovely. Exhale. Inhale, strong through the arms. Lovely. Really feel that in my bottom muscle, especially this side. Okay, we're going to do one more. Oh, sorry, I meant to be bringing the head into the knee, didn't we? So let's just do a few of those. Head into the knee, lengthen the leg out, bend the knee, and then make that pulse up towards the ceiling. Relax, child's pose. Take your hands by the side of your ankles and rotate the wrists. And guys, we're going to come down onto our belly now. We're going to do the back extension again. So option 1 is where you bring the head and the head and shoulders up like this. But if you'd like to make it harder, this is called dart. You're drawing the arms down the sides of the legs. You're looking to the floor and you're also drawing the shoulder blades together. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Hold it up there. Draw the shoulder blades in. Feet are on the floor. Really working quite hard here through the back. dropping the nose to the floor. Now you're going to put your head on your hands and your feet are going to be pointing to the top corners of the mat. So you're going to engage your belly muscles, okay, and you're going to bring the left leg up, point the toe, and then bring the leg down. And then so to the right. So we're working the glutes again. Okay, so here we are, head on the floor, belly is tight, and we're raising this leg. Breathe out and breathe in. Exhale, inhale. And one more to each side, guys. And we're going to push ourselves back, and we're definitely going to have a little moment here now in child's pose, extended. Make little mountains with your fingers, bringing the bottom into contact with the heels and pressing the fingers into the floor. Really stretching through the back here, into box, curl toes, walk the hands in. Okay, in a little squat position. Okay, and then lengthen. So we're coming into a forward fold, slight bend on the knees, hands are on the floor. Look between the feet. Draw the navel in and using your core muscles to bring you back up. Lovely. Holding it there for a moment. Engage, and so we come down, upper back, mid back, fingertips on the floor. Last time we're going into plank. Okay, so we're here again. You may want to do the toe tap, up to you. I'm staying in the standard plank position, making sure I've got my integrity of movement. My shoulder girdle is switched on, my core muscles are engaged, my quads are pulling up into the bone, the kneecap, my glutes are contracted and there's weight through my heels. Hold it for a moment in this strong position. Drop to one knee, drop to the other knee. Last time we're going into our push-ups. Okay, you choose whichever option you've decided to go with, but remember we are in Pilates, so this is about the core. Nice and slow and controlled here. And then we're going to bring the hands under the shoulders, take the knees a few inches back onto the stomach, engage the belly into back extension or into dart. Draw those shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Hold it for a moment, and then bring the head down. We're going to take ourselves into child's pose. We're going to take ourselves into box. We're going to engage. You're going to take the left leg. Now we've got a static position here now. Both of the arms are strong. Your foot is flexed and you're contracting the glutes. Core is engaged, and if you feel balanced enough, you can take the opposite arm. Now really lengthen through the fingertips here. Balance the hips, draw the belly in, really lengthening. Okay, now if this is too much, just stay with a hand on the floor. Okay, really lengthening and contracting here right the way through the back body. Core is engaged as well. And then we're going to change to the other side. So the right leg comes up, flex the foot. This is option 1, option 2 is here. And then bringing the arm in, bringing the knee in. So we're going to come into child's pose, the hands are by the side of the feet. Just give yourselves a moment because that was quite strong work there. Just rotate the wrists. Okay, we've done quite a lot of arm strengthening there. Glute and core, bring yourself up. And now we're going to come up onto the knees. Okay, so lengthening the shoulder blades back and down, okay. Drawing the tailbone under, engaging the belly muscles, lengthen the fingertips. Keeping the head center chest, we're going to go into a twist. This is a really nice movement here. It's mid-back mobility. But there's also a muscle which attaches into the spine and down through the hip. And we're just stretching that. It's very often quite problematic. Now, keep yourself next time to the left side. Look to the left hand, breathe in. And as you breathe out, just slightly take yourself a bit deeper. Hold it, lengthen through the fingertips. Bring the head center and to the other side. So you're to the right side now, look towards the hand, breathe in. As you exhale, just go a little bit deeper. And then lengthening the fingertips out. Just with the shoulders around. So guys, you're going to take the left leg and you're going to bring the leg forwards. And you're going to now come into a stretch for the front of the hip. So you want to make sure that that knee isn't forward of the toe, alright? So you can just see the toe the other side of the knee. And you're pushing your weight forward so that we're stretching through this muscle here. Okay, really nice deep stretch for the hip flexor. Push the knee into the floor. Take your hands and just gently take the, push forwards on that leg. So you do feel a deeper stretch for the hip flexors there. Now take it back. Here you have your leg extended. And you can either stay in this position or you can take it into quite a deep hamstring stretch where you're just taking the body over. The toe is raised and you're feeling that deep stretch down the back of that leg. Okay, so we're going to come back and now we're going to go to the opposite side. And the same thing, you should be able to see the toe just over the knee. You're pushing your hip to forwards and also the knee into the floor. And then you just pressing slightly into that front knee. So you're feeling that lovely deep stretch through the hips. And then bringing yourself back. And as we did on the opposite side, we're feeling that stretch through the hamstring. Lovely. Okay, and now we're going onto our knees. Okay guys, so we're going to go onto our bottoms now, okay? So make sure that when you sit on the mat, that you've got enough mat behind you, alright? Initially, we're going to just do a L shape, alright? So your hands are just here either side of the hips. You're lengthened, so your back wants to do that, but I want you to just take yourself into that nice lengthened posture. So your heels, you're going to raise your heels off the floor, so we're contracting through the quads here, lengthening and really strengthening through the front of the legs. Draw the belly in, lengthen through the crown of the head, lovely. And then we're going to nice and gently come down onto the floor. Hug the knees in initially and just roll side to side. So you're giving your back a little massage on the floor. It's really nice from you, that. And then bringing one foot to the floor, bring the other foot to the floor. So we're going to do some core contraction, alright? Place your hands on your belly, breathe into your stomach. And as you exhale, draw the navel down, draw the pelvic floor up, and tighten through your sides. So your job here now is to draw the lower rib down to the floor, okay? Shoulder blades are drawn down the back, palms are on the mat. So all the time we're thinking about keeping that tightness. We're going to take one leg to 90 degrees, take the other leg so your feet are flexed. So your job here again is to keep that lower rib grounded. We're going to raise the hands, palms are facing the ceiling, and you're going to just flutter the hands, chin is into the chest. Okay, this is quite challenging. If it becomes too difficult, just drop the foot down, okay? So, your rib, remember, you're drawing that rib to the floor. Little flutter with the hands, chin into the chest. Really working strongly through the core muscles here. Okay, now dropping the hands down. So you can either stay at this position, or we're going to take it to the next position, which is where you're extending the left leg and then the right leg. So the head and the shoulders are down currently, and you're drawing the belly into the floor. If this is too much, just stay with the knees and maybe drop one leg down and rejoin when you're ready. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. No movement through the center, rib is drawn down to the floor. Coming back into box, palms are facing the ceiling, lift your head and shoulders off the floor, hold it here, extend one leg out. Now again, if this is too hard, just go back to that first position where we just had the knees in the air, okay? Really drawing and grounding the belly into the floor now. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Hold it here, guys. Hold it in this position for a moment. Bring the head and shoulders down. Leave the knees where they are and bring the tailbone in and then just back to the start position. So you're hugging the knees in. You're not using your arms though, you're using the strength of your belly muscles to draw the tailbone off the floor and the knees in. So this is quite a strong movement, okay? It's not fast. Okay, this is deep strengthening work here for the lower belly. Bringing one foot to the floor, bring the other foot to the floor. Oof, have a breather for a moment. Okay, just, all I want you to do is have a gap between your knees about hip distance and windscreen wipe your knees from one side to the other. So we're getting a bit of rotation here through the hips while we are recovering from our core work that we just did there. Alright, so you've got a gap between the knees, your shoulder blades are grounded. Lovely. And then bringing the knees back to centre, bring your heels in towards your bottom now. And when you're looking down your legs, there's a small gap between your knees, no more than a fist size. Ground the lower back, engage your belly muscles, and we're going to just push up through the tailbone, through the pelvic floor and onto the shoulders. Get yourself comfortable, palms are on the floor, chin is into the chest, you're pushing strongly through the heels, and now we're going to come down upper back, mid back and onto the pelvis. Breathe in, exhale as you push up one vertebrae at a time until you come into your full bridge and then lowering it down. Upper back, mid back, onto the pelvis. Breathe in here, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So keep with this. Each time coming a little bit higher, and each time as you come down, articulating each vertebrae onto the mat, one at a time. Next time you're at the top of the movement, guys, hold it here, strong through your glutes, try not to contract the legs. Take one arm overhead, take the other arm overhead. Imagine there's a rope pulling you through the belly button to the ceiling, that your knees are being pulled to the wall. You're keeping the hips raised, strongly contracting through the bottom muscles. Lovely, hold it there and then come down upper back, mid back, and then onto your pelvis. Breathe in, ground the lower back, take the hands to the fronts of the legs, slide the fingertips up towards the knees, and then back down. Now try and keep the contact between the lower back and the mat all the time on the upward and the downward phase of the movement. Exhale and inhale. Hold it up there, ground the lower back, chin is into the chest, extend the arms out either side of the legs. Now from here you're going to bring the arms behind the head and then lower the head to the floor. Engage the belly muscles, bring the hands up, extend behind the head and down. Here we go, we're going to carry on with that little set. Grounding the lower back. Last time. Hold it a bit longer here. Arms and down. Now hold yourself here, leave your elbows relaxed out to the sides. You're feeling a nice stretch here through the armpit area and through the chest. And then you're going to extend the arms out, bring the knees and ankles together, drop the knees to the left side. Okay, so you're keeping your shoulder blades grounded and you're trying to get your knee joints down towards one side. Bringing the knees up and then over to the opposite side. And again, you're feeling that you'd like to keep your shoulder blades down but your knee joints on the floor. Bringing the knees back to center. Okay, feet are in line with the bottom, so you've got hips, knees, feet again. Small gap between the knees. Hands are on the floor, engage your belly muscles, roll up into shoulder bridge. Hold it here strong through the feet. So you can either stay in this position, or if you'd like to challenge yourself, take one leg out and back in again. So you're pushing the strength through that supporting heel to keep the hips aligned and strong. So you're really working deep into the glutes here. You're going to do one more on each side. And lowering it down, upper back, mid back, onto your pelvis. Engage your belly muscles. Take one leg to the 90 degrees, take the other leg, and then extend both legs up. Flexing the feet. Now if this is too difficult, bend the knees, okay? You're drawing the belly down, and we're going to take the left leg down and then bring that leg in, and then the right leg down and back in again. So this is scissors, chin is into the chest, lovely. Keep it going now, strong through those legs, really grounding through the lower back. Two more. Remember, you can bend the knees if this isn't working for you. Last one, hug the knees in. And you might want to just rock side to side, or you may want to run along the line of the spine, giving the lower back a massage. Okay, so this is a really nice one for me. And then we're going to place both feet onto the floor. Okay, we're going to do some stretches now. Take the left leg into the air, flex the foot. Push the bottom into the floor, hold on to the thigh, or hold on to the calf. So your heel is uppermost to the toe, and you're pushing the bottom into the floor, guys. Really feeling that nice deep stretch through the back of the leg. If you'd like to make this a bit harder, you may want to take the arms further up the leg, and you may want to lengthen the bottom leg. You may want to also hover the bottom leg, bringing that leg in towards you, lovely. Drop that leg down, and then bend this left knee in towards you. Okay, so your left knee is in your hand, and now take the right hand over the knee and ease the leg over, keeping the shoulder blades on the floor. So this knee, you're going to angle in towards your body if you'd like to feel a bigger stretch. And this is a stretch for a muscle in the bottom. It's quite a problematic one sometimes. Okay, and we want to try and keep it stretched if we can. Easing that leg in, and then bringing the knee back in towards you. Lovely. So you have your left leg in your hand, bend the right knee up now, and the foot is on the floor. And you're going to place that left foot on top of the knee there, and just allow the hip to flare out. Now that may be enough for you, but if you'd like to increase the stretch here for your hip, bring this leg in, hold on under the thigh, and really use this leg as a lever to stretch strongly into the hip. And then dropping that foot, take yourself into a long body stretch. Really lengthen the fingertips here, bring the hands to the side body and the knees up again. Okay, so now you're going to take your right leg up, flex the foot, toes in, holding on to the calf. Ease the leg in, guys. Lovely. Push the bottom into the floor. You may want to take the lower leg out, which is increasing the stretch. You may want to bring your head up, and you may want to hover the lower leg. This is the hamstring stretch, remember, so keep that in mind all the time. Lowering that leg down, hug the knee in, so you have your right leg in your hand, in your left hand, and the leg goes over the body, and you've got that lovely stretch now through the hip. Angle the knee into the body if you'd like to feel that stretch a little bit deeper. Okay, you can play about with that until you can feel that stretch just about here. Bringing the knee in now, And then the left leg, which is extended, bend that in. Place the right leg again, as we did before, and just allow that leg to flare out. And if you'd like a little bit more, as we did on the other side, so this is my bad side, so I need to stretch it, but I don't want to overstretch. So nice and gentle here for me. And then relaxing both feet to the floor. Just give yourselves a moment. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay guys, so we're going to extend the legs out now, and then using your hands you're going to push yourself into your upright position. Okay, so here we are, fingertips just here, just allowing us to keep that nice straight lengthened posture. Bring the heels off the floor, strengthening through the quads, lengthening through the crown of the head. Relax your feet, draw the belly in. And then you're going to take yourself back onto hands and knees now. Okay. Draw the belly in, take yourself into camel, so you're sucking the belly in towards the spine here. Really nice deep stretch into the lower back. Take yourself back onto your heels, lengthen the fingertips. Really nice long stretch here for the lower back. And then taking ourselves back into box. Curling the toes under, walk the hands in towards the knees. Draw the navel in and hover for a moment. Strong through the arms. Really lovely strong movement this. Really feeling the strength through the arms, through the core, through the quads. And then lengthening and bringing the fingertips to the feet. Palms are down, slight bend on the knees. See if you can bring your front body as near to your legs as you can. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, lengthening one vertebrae at a time. Just get used to being upright. It's really good for my back. There'll be lots of people out there who've back issues. You'll know what I mean about how difficult it is sometimes to move, even just to get out of bed in the morning. Pilates and stretching really does help with all of that. Drawing the belly in, tailbone under, drawing the shoulder blades together. Imagine there's a pencil between your shoulder blades. Lengthen up and back down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold it there. Taking the arms here now. And then we're going to really squeeze again the shoulder blades together. Exercise here for the upper mid-back. So in Pilates we strengthen weaker muscles and stretch tighter muscles. Tummy's tight, head is lengthened. Taking the arms up. Draw the shoulder blades down, hold it there. Last time, taking the arms forwards. Holding the arms back and just work the shoulders around. Take the arms forward so you're feeling a stretch here, as if you're kind of like hugging a big beach ball, so you've got that stretch through the upper back there. Lengthen the arms out. Bring the arms just behind the base of the back here, and you're drawing your shoulder blades so you're creating that stretch through the chest. Working the shoulders, and then just easing the arm across. Nice stretch here for the shoulder. Don't yank it, just feel that you're creating a stretch here through the shoulder joint. And again to the other side. Work your shoulders around. Breathe in and breathe out. Look down towards the floor. Breathe in, look up towards the ceiling. Taking the arms behind the back, just like this. Drop the head to the left. Feeling that stretch through the side of the neck. And then bring the head back up to center. Drop the head to the right now. And then back up. Just working the shoulders around. Breathe in and breathe out. Take the left arm up. Take the right hand down the side of the leg. Now you're lengthening the arm over the head. You're anchoring that left foot down to the floor. Now open up and look up towards the hand. So you're feeling a stretch here down the, a slightly different stretch through the chest. Look up towards the ceiling. And relax. And then to the right arm. Ease the arm over. This is a lovely deep stretch. You anchor that right foot to the floor. And then open up towards the ceiling. And around. So at the end of the class you should feel lengthened, worked, relaxed, calm in the mind, and hopefully a little less stressed. So thank you very much for joining me for this hour of Pilates in my living room in South Wales with my dog, and I hope you enjoyed that. It's a class that you can do on a regular basis whenever you want to. Thank you and stay safe. Bye.